Writes to appropriate log files using dash directory rsyslog.conf file. Entries indicate facility and priority, facility area of system that information is gathered from, priority, importance of system information. So here we have working with the system log daemon. So for here, you're gonna have a table of facilities such as author or security, and that's gonna be the specific messages from the login system, such as the login program, the getty program, and the sudo and the su command, which is super user. Author priv specifies messages from the login system when authenticating users across the network or two system databases. The cron specifies messages from the cron and at the daemons. The daemon specifies messages from system daemons such as the FTP daemon. Kern specifies messages from the Linux kernel. That's a big one because the whole thing on Linux is built around a kernel, and the kernel is the one that is like the godfather of every operating system out there for Windows and for Mac. The LPR specifies messages from the printing system. So we just got done with the whole print system for the external devices. So the mail specifies messages from the email, send mail, mark. It's going to be a timestamp used by the syslogd, used internally only. And then the news is about messages from the inner network, news daemon, and other Usenet daemons. The syslog, message from the syslog daemon. The users, message from the user processes. The UUCP is the messages from the Unix, which is also a Linux. And then the local 0-7 is local messages. These are not used by default but can be defined for custom use. All right, let's go to the next table. So the next table talks about the priority and then the whole context it has. So for debug, that's going to be important because it's going to give you information about what kind of bug that you need to take out. So it indicates all information from a certain facility. The info indicates normal information messages as a result of a system operation. Anyone here know what's a debug? You guys know, do you guys know what debugging is? Yes, though. That's basically showing every way to counter a bug that's in your program. And a bug is kind of like an error. That's what a bug is. So notice is it just shows you noted for future reference. Yeah, it does not indicate a problem, warning, or warn. Indicate messages that might be or result in error, but are not critical to system operation. An error indicates all other error messages that are not described by other priorities. Crit indicates a critical error such as a hard disk failure. That's a big no-no into the big industry. Alert indicates an error that should be rectified immediately, such as a corrupt system database, and an emerge or panic indicates serious system condition that would normally be broadcast to all users. Working with the systemd journal daemon, the systemd journal daemon replaces the systemlog daemon for Linux distributions that use systemd, such as Fedora 20, but we know that Fedora, the new Fedoras are out there. Similar to the system log daemon, events log are not controlled by specific rules. Journal logs all information to a database under the directory structure. So you're gonna be in a log journal. Events are tagged with same facility and priority information as the rsyslog daemon. Okay, so we're gonna work on the next slide. Still working on daemon. So the command for journal control command uses the view events within the journal database. Type journal ctl and press the tab key to see a list of errors with criteria that can be queried. You can query events related to a specific process or daemon if you specify the path name to the executable file or PID. All right, so we're moving on to managing log files and the journal D database. So here we're going to have log files that can take up unnecessary space. We're going to have for system using systemmd, And then the limit size for the general database by the uncommenting and configure the system max use line in that directory itself. To prevent key odor events from being overwritten, you could create a shell script that execute appropriate the command from general CTL to either print or save them to a text file. Okay, we're still on the same concept. For log files within the verilog directory, clear context occasionally because this might have like a long list of errors that's already old. Use the waka symbol to the left, redirection symbol to clear the log file. Use cron daemon for repetitive clearing. Can print copies for records. Do not remove log files. Permissions and ownership will be removed if you remove the log files. So clear it, but don't remove it. Managing log files in general Dev database. So you can schedule a log rotate command to back up and clear log files from entries stored in that directory right there. The log rotate command typically renames or rotates log files. The log file will be renamed to contain a numeric or data extension. A new log file will be created. So there's going to be a lot of algorithm in this log file since we see the word numeric. Managing log files and general D databases. On most Linux systems, the log rate rotate utility is automatically scheduled to run daily via the file in that directory right there in the cron.daily. You can run it manually by typing this command log rotate / etc / logrotate.conf. All right, let's move on to the next one is administrating users and groups, which you guys should be in this lesson. Authentication, verify user's identity. So when you go and verify people's identity or yourself, you compare username and password to system database. Database containing user account information typically consists of two files. It's going to be the password, which is your user account information, and the shadow encrypted password and expiration information. This command right here called pwconf command convert system to use and this directory etc shadow file for encrypted password storage.
Hi.
How's it going?
We're very sorry to interrupt.
Oh, that's all right.